Hi, my name's Brian, and I used to do this.
Hello and welcome to Venting with Doug and Brian. I'm Doug.
And I'm Brian. But now I've left that all behind to review video games and movies. And today, the game we're looking at is
Soul Calibur 4.
Before we get into Soul Calibur 4, I need to talk about something real quick. My history with fighters. Fighting games, I've been playing for a very long time. As a kid, I owned a Sega Genesis, and I had Mortal Kombat 3 on the Sega Genesis. Played that game a lot. Was never much good at it. Played the arcade mode, got to like the second fight, always lost. Another fighting game I've played, Tekken. Tekken Tag Team, Tekken 2, things like that in the arcade. Throw in a quarter, you play through the arcade mode, try to get as far as you can. Never could get past like the third guy. Other fighting games I've played include the Dragon Ball Z series of fighting games. Now, when you pick up Soul Calibur, you look at the box. What do you see? You see the big word Soul Calibur. If you got the PS3 version, you see Darth Vader on the front. You see Ivy. You see Nightmare. You look down at the bottom. It says Bandai and Namco is the publisher. This game was developed by Project Soul. What does that mean? Japanese game. When you think Japanese game, what do you think of? You think of Final Fantasy. You think of mostly Final Fantasy. When you think of Japanese games, one thing you're guaranteed, it's going to look great. Final Fantasy 13 looks wonderful. And it's the same with this game. Graphics look wonderful in this game. It's a beautiful game, lots of bright, vibrant colors. When you do like a special move that you can end with, it's called a critical finish. It looks great, very stylized, wonderful. Now, when it comes to Soul Calibur 4, there are many different game modes. For single player, you've got the story mode. What you do is you go when you hit story mode, it gives you 2 difficulties, and then you pick the character you want to play as in the story mode. When the story mode comes up, you got 5 stages usually. And in those stages, you have different conditions to a fight. Like, most of the time, you're fighting 3-on-1, 4-on-1, and you know, it'll tell you, like, this such and such person is following you because of this. Then you have 2 characters you can play as, so if you lose this one, you can fall back on the other and finish the stage, which I've done a lot. You can also switch between the 2 characters with L1 or R1. And when you finish the story, you unlock an ending, which you can go watch again in the event theater. Another single-player mode, the Tower of Souls, which is the one game mode that you probably will spend the most time on if you're playing single player, because it's huge. You can pick 2 paths. When you hit the Tower of Souls, you can 2 paths. You can ascend the tower or descend the tower. However, you cannot unlock descend until you've gone 20 floors on ascend. Ascend basically is you hit ascend. There's floors you pick. Most of the time, it's 2 or 3 floors at a time, or it can be 1 floor if it's something real special. Within each floor is you fight a certain amount of characters. Like on floor number 1, you can fight 1 character. Floor number 2, you can fight 2 characters, something like that. But within the fight, if you complete certain conditions of the fight, like if you throw an enemy, you ring out them, you can unlock equipment depending on what it says to do on the floor. So like for one of them was like throw an enemy. You unlock equipment which you can use to customize your character. Also, you can also go down. You can descend, but descend is different than ascend. Descend is just a survival mode. It takes you through different fights, one after another after another. Your health does not recover, thus being a survival mode. Go as long as you can. I didn't go very long because I'm not that good. When it comes to fighters, the thing some people worry about is how is the combat? How do you fight? How is, the interface, things like that. In this game, you can pick it up and play. It's a very easy game to get hold of. The fight system is very easy to get hold of. You can go learn moves and all that, learn all the critical finishes, which is cool. You can do that if you want, but you don't have to win. You can, pick out maybe 1 or 2 combos, and then you can button mash. It's a very easy game to pick up, very easy, fun to play. There's many different fighters using many different weapons, from samurai warrior to dueling to fencing type things to staffs, things like that. One character even has nunchucks with blades on them. Another thing to note about this game is there's a mode where you can create characters. You can actually go in, create your own customized characters. You pick a style for the character, style of fighting, which is changeable. You can change that as you customize your character. If you feel like the character's going one way or another, you pick before you even start. What it does is what do you want to focus on? Do you want to be standard equipment? Do you want to focus on health? Do you want to focus on attack? Do you want to focus on defense? You pick that, it'll randomize, it'll randomize different equipment, and then it'll set you to customize that equipment, take off this, take off that. I want this to look like this. You can actually make characters, I've seen online, you can make characters look like characters from different games. I've seen people make their Soul Calibur characters look like Link, look like Goku, look like Cloud, look like, Sephiroth. Also in the character creation, you can customize their hair color. It gets really in-depth, hair color, skin tone, things like that. You can get really crazy. And how you outfit the character is how your character is going to perform. Like, it's all style-based, weapon-based in what you're wearing. So if you're thick, heavy armor, you're going to have a lot of HP, a lot of defense. And if you have a big weapon, you're going to have a lot of attack, things like that. The character creation in this game is cool. It's very in-depth. And with the 5th one coming out soon, it can only get better when it comes to character creation. Now, what I didn't mention earlier, and I should have, is there's a versus mode and there's an online mode. Now, I don't have any friends, so I haven't played versus a lot. But I did try online once or twice. I don't go online a lot when it comes to fighters, simply because I'm not that good. So I get beat a lot. So for me, it's not that fun if I'm not winning. Yeah, that sounds wrong, but, it's always fun to win. This is a great game. Going back to the look of the box, if you buy it on PS3, the box is going to be red. And if it's red, it's a greatest hit. And I've never played a bad greatest hits game for the PS3. Never. Not once. This game is great. You can go pick it up right now for $20, really cheap, really fun. Get this game. Have a nice day, everyone.